Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's InsideAgameR. Sorry, I didn't check my screen before I started. Welcome, oh, now the other side. Welcome back. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you've all had a good Sunday. It's been okay here. It's not been too bad. It's been a bit windy, but not too bad. Didn't get any flying in this weekend, which was a shame. I was hoping to go flying, but didn't happen. So here we go. So look, we're back here with Omsi 2. I haven't streamed Omsi 2 in a long time. There hasn't really been much new stuff. The last time I made a video was on this map that we're looking at right now, which is Faringo World. A lovely map that was released. We did a video on it. So we're going to do some streaming tonight. So the bus company's not dead. A lot of people do kind of think it's dead because I don't cover it as much as I used to. Unfortunately, it just doesn't bring in the kind of views like it used to. A lot of the people in the company have just kind of gone off to do other things. And yeah, everyone's a bit busy now, and the problem with this is it's a nearly full-time thing. But the company's still there. It's not going anywhere. The ratings are pretty low, so maps are pretty redundant at the moment. So we're gonna do some driving tonight. I fancied a bit of a change. I fancied coming away from the usual sim games. I want to just kind of relax tonight. I've got a lot of games to show you this week. We got a lot of keys, so I've got a lot of exciting things. So tonight, just gonna relax. We're gonna drive some buses and just chat. That's what we're gonna do tonight for a few hours. Good evening to everyone that is here so far. Who is here? That's a good question. Mad Skills, James, hello. Grimbled, hello. 194 Bus, good evening. Georgina, hello. Hello, Addy, hello. Hello to anyone else that's there or coming in. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this first route. This is the SL315, I think it is. One of the buses from the map anyways. I don't think I've driven this one before. So we are going to go from, I'm going to butcher everything. We're going from Lichtenstein to Bad Limits, or something like that. That's where we're going roughly. So we're here. This is like a little main bus station out here. It's absolutely pissing rain. You'd think that we're in Ireland. You would, wouldn't you? Wheels on the bus go round and round. Well, they go round and round for some people, not all people. A lot of people don't really like the buses. Bit of an odd one. Here we go. Here is the timetable we're going to be doing. So this is going to be a half-an-hour run. We are going to move between maps. We might go do London or something after this. Something I haven't done in a while. So we'll do a run on this first anyways. That's the main thing. You know what's also handy? If you put earphones on. Don't know what's going on with my hair today. There you go. Putting earphones on always helps as well when you're playing a game, so you know when the bus is actually turned on. Okay, we're just going to rev the shit out of it. Turn on some lighting. We're going to turn on some lighting on the outside too. No, that's window wipers, but we need them on too. There we go. A couple of lights. So the buzzing is just basically low air pressure. All large vehicles do this until the pressure builds. It's just so you can't release the parking brakes and stuff. At this point, it's not a green bus. Well, to be honest, usually I paint all the buses, but because I rebuilt my PC 3 weeks ago. This is the first time I plugged in my wheel and got my wheel set up with the game. Another reason why we haven't done any flight stream sims. Now we will be flying on Tuesday for sure, because I've got that all set up and ready to go now as well. So yeah, so basically I'm just trying to get all my games and all my things, like the G Hub and stuff. I had to get put back in, had to sync it all to the game, get all my buttons sorted. It takes a long time. But usually I paint the buses. I haven't had a chance to paint these ones yet. But generally in the company I do paint most of them. Generally. Right, okay, so we're all set up there. We can get rid of you. And where the frig are we picking people up from? Zob SDB, so stand B. Which I reckon is what's behind me here. I reckon this is stand B. Yeah. I think that has Bravo on it. Okay. Now, we're still a little bit early. It's only 18:18. We're not due out till past. So what we will do is fast forward the time a little bit. There we go. And this is where Omsi crashes, stream goes wrong, and this is why we haven't played Omsi in such a long time. Obviously, Omsi is a very finical game. You have to have a lot of patience, and sometimes you need to have a breakaway, otherwise you'll lose your sanity. Hey, why are we so fucking close to the... That mirror is an absolute dog shit mirror to see out of. What's even worse? Right. You do get some buses in real life. I used to find the old Tridents used to be the same. Can't see fuck all out the windows, out of the mirrors. Driving through London, not being able to see the mirrors is absolute a pig. Right, we're going to drive around here till we find out where our stop is. With our beautiful mirrors. Right, I think that is definitely B. Bus stop B. Okay. Not like we have any customers here at the moment. Right, let's stop. Let's open up the doors. And let's just check this again. So we're definitely leaving at 18:30. So we'll just... Oh, right. Well, we've got 20 seconds. No point skipping time for that, really, is there? Yeah, you're sitting too close to the wheel on this bus, which is a bit of a shame. You need to sit back a little bit. Anyways, how's everyone's day? What's everyone been up to? Anyone got any news? Any good news? We do like some good news here. We got some raining ASMR, really, haven't we? So obviously, this is what I used to do for a living, for any of you that don't know. I used to drive buses full-time. I now drive trucks. Better hours, better pay, and better conditions. I'll tell you now, being a bus driver is... not always pretty. You're fixing her Fiat. Well, there's only one thing you can really do with a Fiat, and that's burn the bloody thing. Fiats are dreadful. Alright, what side of the road am I driving on? Right. We're driving on the other side of the road. Try not to forget that. Okay. We have our first kid to pick up. All aboard. Oh wow, this has got one of the old tacos. So look, if you open this up, the old school tacos, we'd have to open this up. Now we have digital cards. We have these now. It shows all my name and everything else, doesn't it? Oh god. But look, we have these now. So these are digital cards that we put into the buses and trucks. And we don't use the paper things anymore, but here we go. You put the paper one in, you close it back up, lock it up, and then it basically records when you're driving and what speeds and stuff, but we have it digitally now. Been preparing for a speech all day. I've got to deliver to some important people. Sounds important. Getting dry from a soaking yesterday. Pissing down. Yeah, it was pissing rain yesterday. Today it's been drier today now, to be fair, but too busy talking. I have no idea where we're at with this driving malarkey. Here we go. Wiring is always very important to Fiat. Like I said, Fiat, unless it's like one of the really old ones. I mean, even they weren't great, but they were better. But the new ones now, they're it's the same as Alfa Romeo. Wouldn't go anywhere near any of them. It's to mark the world of the end of World War II. Some bigwigs from the government. That sounds posh. I will be delivering stone or sand somewhere, probably, knowing me. I have a very easy day. My cargo doesn't talk to me anymore. Not like when I used to drive the buses. Used to get a lot of shit driving buses. Nobody says a word to you when you drive a truck. Alright. More passengers? Hey, Jay Teach on the purple brand, hello. How's it going? For some reason I can't quite see what you were saying. There we go, just had to move some screens. It's an old banger, she got it for a few hundred. Get by, boy has it been mauled over. Like I said, I wouldn't what am I doing here? I wouldn't even give my enemy a Fiat. That's how bad a Fiat is to me. No, I like the old World War II stuff. When I did history at GCSE level, it was one of our main topics. The two topics for the exam were the rise and fall of Nazi Germany, and the second one was about the Northern Ireland bombings and stuff. Hey, Shenko, started in a DAF with analog tacho and moved to trucks, digicards. That's it. I mean, when I used to drive the buses back in the day, yeah, we used to use a lot of paper tacho still on a lot of the buses. I haven't used the paper tacho now, probably... Oh, when was the last time I used the paper tacho? Maybe about 2018. Bus Aaron had some really old school buses that sometimes if a bus broke down, we used to have to take out, and you had to use a paper in them. Or, if we were trying to fudge our cards because we went over our driving time, we would start writing on paper tachos, pretending that we forgot our digital cards, but that's not something we need to discuss too much. Yeah, the purple brand is still up and running. The purple brand isn't doing so well, but I don't mind. You guys are still here watching me on YouTube and stuff, so... We'll keep the purple one up and running, and you never know, if we get some new friends, we get some new friends. Okay, I believe we are turning in here. This bus is awful. The mirrors turning is awful. Jesus Christ, what's this kid doing? I bet you I'm picking up on this side of the road. Nobody watch what we're doing. Jesus Christ, and they ran the kid over. Did you drive a splitter gearbox? I'm still driving a splitter gearbox now. So The guy I work for now, he has a lot of trucks. He has a lot of new ones, 252 plates and 24, 23, 22. But he has 3 older trucks that occasionally you have to go out on, and they're still manuals. So yeah, 4 up, 4 down splitter. Oh, he has 2 that are 4 up, 4 down, and then he has 1 that is 6 down, 6 up, I think. That's a really old one, that one though. I don't drive that one too often. But yeah, I still have to drive a splitter occasionally. I'll probably be in it tomorrow, actually, being Monday. Oh, Omsi's doing its thing. It's thinking about it. It's loading in the new tiles. Oh. There we go. Let me know if the sounds are too loud. Oh, you're doing a speech for the old 2-tier Kia. Nice. Drive an 8-wheel tipper. It's a nice 25 plate auto. Yeah, so he has the 5 axles there. He has 5 of them, which is auto, which is nice. But then he has 3 smaller ones that are only the 4 axles, and they're all manuals. So you kind of mix it between. Like last week, I did Thursday and Friday in the automatic. I was in the 2-3 plate, and then the rest of the week I was in the 217. The 171. Just depends. So buses are generally always automatic now. The old ones used to be... I used to drive a few manual buses back in the day as well. Usually they would just be they wouldn't have split shifts, they would just be a straight 6-box or a straight 8-box. The automatic ones now, I think they have 12 gears usually. In the auto synchro, I think it's 12. Can't remember now, to be honest with you. I haven't driven buses now since COVID. So it's been a while since I've driven a bus. Okay, this kid wants to get off here. You drive local or distance work, and what do you deliver? So I'm only doing it's kind of local. It's still like, you gotta remember, in Ireland you can drive one side of Ireland and back in a day on a tachograph. Like, we can drive our whole country in a day, so depends what you want to call long distance. Now, I don't sleep overnight. I'm always back, so I leave at 7 in the morning, or between 6:30, 7, and I don't come back till about 5:30, 6. And I'm mainly doing things like stone, sand, a lot of kind of like rubble out of construction sites, that kind of stuff. Just tipper work. But it's nice and easy. I turn up, somebody's always there to load me. I don't have to do anything really. I've got it pretty cushy, in all honesty. This course is going to make me run out of gears getting up this damn hill. Come on. I'm very stuttery tonight. It's normally quite smooth. No, it's some maps are smoother than others. This is a new map. A little stuttery, to be fair. It's not too bad. Omsi can be like this. It all depends on the map. Yeah, I do a lot of asphalt as well, a lot of tar. Yeah, I do a lot of tar work as well. It's not my favorite though. Some of the other drivers, I generally let them go do it over me. There's a choice. I hate this sitting around. Like, you turn up sometimes at these sites and there might be 12 trucks there waiting to unload, and you might be in a queue and the builders haven't even dug up the road yet. Sometimes you're there 6 or 7 hours before you even unload your bloody tar. A lot of people like that because they think it's an easy day, but I'd rather be on the road and let the day move. There's only so much TikTok you can watch. How's your weekend? Yeah, it's been alright. Didn't quite do everything I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I wanted to go flying, but the weather didn't permit. Yeah, didn't quite get as much done as I wanted to do. But, you know, I knocked a few things off, so I can't complain. Yeah, every map is different. This map's not too bad. It also depends on your Omsi install, and mine's like 700 gigabytes. So that doesn't help as well. Obviously, you want it as the install you want it as skinny as you can, but I just have so many mods for this game that I hate reinstalling everything. So I'd rather have a little bit more studded than anything else. I can live with it. And obviously because you're streaming as well. So basically Omsi doesn't run on a graphics card really. It runs on your on a single core speed with your CPU. Now even though I'm running quite a beefy Ryzen at 5.2 or whatever it is. But yeah, basically Omsi just runs on one single core, even though I've got 16 cores or whatever it is, 16 threads or whatever. Yeah, Omsi is just such an old game. Oh shit, drove in the wrong way around, didn't I? Oh, I so have. You think they'll still get on? I think if I just let them off here, they'll get on. That's annoying. It hasn't registered the stop, so I need to go back a little bit. That's bloody painful. Yeah, I quite like the new firefighter game. Oh no, these people still don't want to get on. There you go. Like I said, Omsi can be very fiddly. I liked it. We streamed it quite a few times last week. Did a bit of multiplayer. We'll do a bit more multiplayer this week on some other games. I've actually got a lot of games in the next 3 or 4 days. There's a lot of games coming out. I've got a lot of games to showcase to you guys. And just no time as usual. So I don't know what we'll stream yet tomorrow. We'll see. And then we're gonna fly Tuesday no matter what. Man, not seeing that bus you're driving since I was back in school in the mixed schools. Yeah, it's an older bus, this one now, to be fair. I think this map is beautiful though. I think the developers did a great job with this map. If you guys understood what the Omsi editor was and how you have to build these things, like the worst thing you'll ever see. How they do it would blow your mind. The patience that's required. But I think the big reason why Omsi's a bit dead with my community is because they're all just like the English stuff. Like everybody in the company really only drives English maps and routes. But actually some of the best maps and routes are European. But we might see some new UK maps soon. Never know. Akala was out there getting built. I don't know if it's still going on or not. And you have the other one there as well. I can't think of it now off the top of my head. It has Belgium maps, yeah, there's some Belgium inspired maps, yep. Got maps from all over Europe. This is like a German based, I think it is. Interesting place for a light, isn't it? Is taking the piss or what? Hey Wayne, West Country 4 and Lincolnshire V5 are in development. Yeah, in development. I don't think we'll see them this side of Christmas though. I don't think we're going to see anything English this side of Christmas. And unfortunately that's why Omsi UK is just a bit dead. The bus company's dead. Everybody's bored of just doing the same 5 maps because they won't drive on the other side of the road now. Look, I've driven worldwide anyways. All the countries I've kind of lived in I've always driven. Yeah, I've got no issues driving either side of the road. Doesn't really bother me. But a lot of people, these bus nuts, the problem is they just want to see the buses that they get on every day or they see every day. And that's the main reason why I think they won't drive European stuff, because it just, they're not familiar, so it doesn't interest them. Like, you wouldn't see any of these buses in England now. I've driven both, like I said, for work with buses and trucks. Usually they're automatic, some are manual, but like I drive anything. I have manuals. They're just cheaper to repair when clutches go or gearboxes blow. If your electronics go in them gearboxes on those automatics, they're expensive. Now you think a gearbox is expensive? Those automatics are even worse. So I don't mind. But look, if you're doing a lot of city driving and stuff, automatics are lovely. If there's like big places of traffic. But yeah, I don't really mind. It doesn't really bother me. I'd get into either. I've had automatic cars, I've had manual cars. Harold, good evening. What did everybody think of WrestlePalooza yesterday? I thought it was dog shit. I think WWE in the last 4 or 5 months have been terrible. They got really hot, and then I don't know what they're doing. They've gone backwards on themselves. Oh, I know, we're still getting rained on. We have to have the wipers going. The only match I actually watched was the CM Punk one. That was the only match I watched. All the other stuff I couldn't get. I see that Jey Uso got a bad chair to the head though. It's been terrible lately. Every match has been the same. Distraction, distraction, distraction. There's been nothing original. It's been pretty poor, to be honest. What about a poor lorry driver who got stuck on the M5? What do you mean by getting stuck? Oh, he ran out of hours. Well, generally you shouldn't stop on a big motorway like that. So yeah, you can run out of hours, but there is a bit of leeway in it. It's a grey area. You're supposed to keep driving to your next safe place to stop. So if that's the services, and even if that's another half an hour up the road, technically that's the safest place to stop. You should be pulling over and stopping. If you stop on the big motorways like that, I think you could be in more trouble if the traffic police come than going over your taco time. Like I go over my taco occasionally. It just happens because the roads here are so bad in Ireland as well. It's the same thing, and you know there'd just be nowhere to pull over for your break, so you just have to keep going. Sometimes you've got no choice. I didn't see the shot now. I read something that he was on the floor and there was blood everywhere. They said the chair shot went wrong or something. I haven't seen it yet now myself. He ran the kid over. Ever driven the bendy bus? Yeah, he's struggling all the time. They're not too bad to drive. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. There's nearly like no difference. I think once you've driven one big vehicle, I don't think you struggle anywhere else, to be honest with you. Like, you know, transition between double deckers, single deckers, then you've got the triaxles, you know. When I was working in England, I was mainly driving for National Express, so I was doing long distance coach work mainly. I was driving like, you know, London to Brighton, London to Swindon, London to Cambridge, London to Bath. I think what the routes was on back then. They're the main ones I used to do now. Oh, we used to do the Leeds run occasionally, but that wasn't very nice. That was a two-man job, that one. That one's gone at 6 in the morning and you don't come back till like midnight. I said you got 2 men doing the job, so you have to swap over halfway each. Those kind of jobs are never fun. Especially if you don't like the person you're driving with. Alright, that's pretty much everybody out of the bus. Okay, this is our final stop here. Apparently she doesn't want to get up apparently, but we made it. We're at the end. Now, what do we want to do? Do you want to do the return trip or do we want to go onto a different map? What do you want to do? I suppose you're still alive after doing that London to Swindon route back then. My mum used to be a bus place in the middle and it was full of times. Yeah, to be fair, I used to find that very, very boring. Just M4 all the way. I think it's like one stop as well. It was like Reading Services, I think that was it. Hey, Dark Dragon, good evening. Alright, we've got to terminate the tour. Not quite perfection, but perfect enough. Making some money for the company, paid the taxes. So what do you want to do? Should we go to a UK map? Should we go to like Yorkshire counties or something? Or what are you thinking? Or would we like to do one more here? The next tour here is only 25 minutes. We do have some bendy buses, but they don't really fit on the routes on. Alright, you want us to move? Okay, let's go to Yorkshire then. Alright, let's go back to office. Now, the only thing is it takes a few minutes to load in and out. This is the other thing of Omsi, it's a slow loader. So we'll go back to the office. This might take a minute. It could crash everything as well. Dudes. There we go. Click to go back to the office and nothing is happening. Nice man. Good evening. I'll just have to give it a minute. Let it load. Let it do its thing. Circle of Death. Okay, it's funny you were saying about tar. I just had my jobs coming for tomorrow. I've got to go to McGrath's for tar in the morning. And for Tuesday. So it looks like I've got 2 days of tarring, which is okay, I can deal with it. Polyfinity. Right. We must enter the company. Omsi's been Omsi. Yeah, but the thing is of Omsi, you just let it do its thing. Give it a minute. It will work, but it's... People get impatient, and then when you start clicking other things on your screens, like, the best thing to do is touch nothing. Okay, you said you wanted to go do Yorkshire, right? So let's have a look. Now, for a bendy bus... Thing is, I don't want to go in with a bendy bus because if we want to change routes on the same map, the bendy bus won't work as much. So we'll probably go with just something a bit easy. We'll have a look though. We got the park and ride. Hillswick to Sagamore. Line 17. I do like 17. 9 is a depot end. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Sunday, isn't it? So this runs on like real timetables too. So it looks like a lot of the stuff is running out soon. So 9:15. Why don't we do the park and ride then? There many more for the evening? No, we're probably ain't gonna. We might get one run out of this if we're lucky on this map. Okay, so what we'll do then, we'll do line 17. Yeah, we can take a double decker. What do you want, an MMC or do we want a Gen 3? Perhaps it's on strike. Yeah. So this is my company. So look, Simply Connect. This is a full-on company add-on. All these buses, these depots are mine. We own buses. We buy buses. You have to maintain them, service them, test them. I'll show you a little bit on the computer. We've got a couple of minutes here. I'll show you. So this is the add-on for Omsi that does give you the full... This is the company. Like, you get loads of stats and stuff. So you see we're gold rated. See that our company rating is down. It needs to get up. It's the worst it's ever been. We've got over 5 million in the bank. We own 158 buses. You see here that we have to fuel them. You know, for instance, we can take this one to the garage. Oh no, there's a bendy one here. And then when we're in the garage, we can check them for damage. Obviously, there's maintenance that has to be done every couple of miles with tires, oil changes, all this kind of stuff. Oh, the Omnidecker. You know what? Why don't we drive the Omnidecker? Take bus back to depot. So there's loads of things going on here. I am thinking... you want a G3. I am thinking, what about the Omnidecker? The Omnidecker is quite new. Yeah, it's very in-depth. But I've had this... So when my YouTube channel only had like 1,000 subscribers, I started this. And Omsi was a big thing to my... my subscribers, really. But... It just fell off now, really. Most of you guys want other things. Right, we're going to take the Omnidecker. I haven't driven this in ages. I should have my own repaints for this as well. So we're going to start from Charter Road. I think line 17 is supposed to be a single decker route, but fuck it, we'll just take a double decker. Doesn't really matter. You can do what you want. Yeah, so it's a full-on company. We used to have over 100 drivers at one stage. We used to do CCS events as well, which is another thing you could do with the bus company, where basically somebody's in the office directing traffic with police and breakdowns, and we used to get like 20 people come to them, but now nobody's interested now. No, the Omnidecker is not modern. The Omnidecker is more of a 90s bus, but it's still in service now. If we're gonna go modern, we should have got a MMC or Gen 3, but this was a bus pack that came out a couple of months back. I haven't driven it very much, to be honest. Let's take it out. Yeah, so basically, yeah. And so I have depot managers that help look after the buses. They all have depots, they maintain them and fuel the buses and things like that. So if you've not been on a double decker for about 20 years, this might have been one of the ones you may have been on. The Omni Decker's a bit older now, to be fair. Up mainly in that kind of Lancashire kind of area, that Leeds area. So it's actually fitting for this map, really, to be honest with you. So now this is the problem with Omsi. This bit takes a bit of time, and you just gotta let it load. People get antsy about it. You just gotta let it do its thing. On a bus in China, and I thought I was gonna die. Really, I always heard that they were like really. There are some Hong Kong maps and stuff on this game that are really nice. Good Chinese maps on here. Well, they drive on the same side of the road as the English, so you'd think more of the English drivers like it too, but they don't. So far, you're selling this game to me, but if you want to get the game, what would you personally recommend with the map packs, buses, the gate, etc. starting a bus company? Well, look, starting the bus company costs you a lot of money. You nearly have to work for somebody else. So when you drive for, say, like my company, you get a percentage of the drive share of your wages, and you can build it up, open companies. I mean, buses are like real buses. They cost 30, 40,000 a bus. Well, that's quite cheap, really. Buses are kind of more expensive, but like you nearly need to work, and then it's kind of hard because then you kind of need people to drive for you. To start with, it's definitely better to work for other companies, and there's hundreds out there already there. But the main thing is there's loads of free mods, free maps. There's loads of free stuff out there. You don't need that many bus packs or maps that are payware, but Omsi currently is on sale. Aerosoft are doing a massive sale currently. So they're all on sale right now. So sometimes if you want to pick up a couple of bus packs, it's normally a good time, or wait for the winter sales and things like that. So it's hard. Like when I first started, I bought the streetlight pack because the streetlights were some of the first buses I ever drove. Yeah, but look, there's loads of links to, there's loads of good freeware stuff. Good to see you not got any errors. No errors at the moment. It can all change. Longest I've had as a day trip to United Games. Always wanted to drive a to the match. Yeah, a lot of the times you don't. Now here with the rugby, like the Connacht rugby team, we used to drive the Connacht rugby team around. I used to go to their games and take the team in the team bus. And they used to give us tickets. But that's mainly because most people turning up to, there wouldn't be that many people at a Connacht game. So, well, that was after when they weren't so good. They've got better now. There's actually got a new stadium building in Galway at the moment. That Connacht rugby team's looking great. Hey, Reese, good evening. Brand new buses for these days, about 70k for the cheapest, all the way up to around. Yeah, generally a bus now is about $250,000. However you look at it. We're just doing we're going to do Yorkshire Counties 3 now. We were doing a different map before. Anyone bought the new FIFA game? Anyone pre-ordered? After we did the Train Sim World 5 stream the other day, they reached out to me. They're going to give us early access to Train Sim World 6 and the routes, so we can look at that this week as well. Okay, so this is the Omni Decker. Again, wait for it to finish loading in. It's not 100% finished. There you go, waiting for the old bounce. There we go, here's the Omni Decker. Now, we should have a repaint for this. I'm pretty sure I repainted these damn buses. There you go, so you got the Simply Connect repaint. I think I had a... it might be on the bigger one. We did have a Pride repaint as well, but I think it's only the bigger one only. Now we got the fucking adverts on the side of the bus. Alright, doesn't make it look as nice. There you go, so there's the Omni Decker, there's the Simply Connect repaints. We're generally in this red with these kind of white stripes. But because I went so far back on the repaints, it's now picked that one that had the advertising on, so now I've got no choice. Not as fun. But yeah, look, the Omni Decker. It's a nice little bus, old Scanias. So we're in the company here. So we're doing line 17. Circulation Sunday 1, 1918. So we've got a bit of time, but we're okay. I'm going to redraw a bus. Get our timetable up here. So we're going to Ashbury Market, 17. So 17, Ashbury Market. Oh no, it didn't load in with the Hoff. No. Oh, sugar. Oh, hang on. Oh, we can do it from this thing. Oh, we're okay. We might be okay. Ashbury Market, number 17172. Oh no, it doesn't have the half. Right, so there is something we can do. It's not ideal. Where we start in Charter Road. We're going to get rid of the bus and we're going to load in a new bus. Now the only thing is it won't take fuel and stuff out of my buses in the depot and we get fined for this, so this is not great. So a lot of people would cancel the route here and this is what hurts the company ratings. Just load in a new bus. That's all you got to do. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't load in the Hoffs. Got the Geminis. If you wanted something a bit modern, the Geminis are there. What the frig were they under? MS? I haven't played FIFA in years. That's why I was just wondering if any of you had got it. I haven't brought... The last FIFA I bought was like 2021. I kind of refused to buy them because they hadn't really changed much. And plus, if I played FIFA, none of you would watch because I am shit. And plus, I get very frustrated. Last time I played FIFA, I smashed a few windows. So, you know... Yorkshire Counties 3. Ah, look, there's two Hoffs in here. So one of them's a tram Hoff. So we got the tram Hoff. And I don't know which one's which here. So we may have to reload this back in again. Alright, we see how we go here. Where were we again? 17 Ashbury Market. 17 Charter Road we want. Charter Road, Charter Estate. Right, hopefully that's not the tram. So... The one thing about Yorkshire Counties, it has a tram which has a Hoff. And unfortunately, if you don't delete out the bus files, when you load into the game, it will generally bring up that one first, and it's really fucking annoying. Did I press OK? It just... We did press OK. And now we don't have the thing. Hang on, I just need to make sure we got the actual HOF. No, it's the wrong one. So was that the top one or the second one? Does anyone remember? Ah! I might have to go into the bus file and delete it quickly, we'll see. Or we can take another bus. I only ever used to like the, you know, you used to collect the cards and build your own team. Okay, so unfortunately it keeps loading in. Alright, we'll try that quickly. If not, we might have to go to a different double-decker, because unless I delete the file, nah, it's just going to keep loading in this one first. It's something that Omsi does because it's so old. It just likes loading in fucking annoying things. I'm going to write that down to delete that though. So I need ms blanks off Yorkshire counties 3. But yeah, you need to make sure you only keep the HOF that isn't got the tram. That's the one problem with this map. Absolute pain. What time were we due out here? 7:10 probably, wasn't it? Oh no, 19:18, so we've got a bit of time, we're okay. I'm thinking here, let me see if I can delete it out of the folder quickly. Depends if I can tell which one's which. Gemini... Polygon, no, we need M. MS. MS Omnidecker. Two HOFs in it, I don't know which one's which. I think it's this one. Right, we're going to try one more time. The new Football Manager looks pretty cool, but again, it's another game. If I played, none of you would watch. I think Football Manager and things like that, you know, those channels that have done it well over the years, people will watch them for it. I think I've deleted the HOF out of the folder. We're going to find out in a second. No, it still has two HOFs. Bugger. We'll see. We'll see if it only reads the one HOF now or not. If not, we're changing bus. Alright. Okay, we're gonna have to change bus. Balls. Football Manager does look good. It does take up a lot of time though. I mean, I can see it's just streaming and talking. I mean, we could try and rebuild Man United if people were actually interested. No, I used to like the Ultimate Team thing. Right, now that we've reloaded it, I just want to check, does it still have 2 Yorkshires? It does, okay. Yeah, we're going to have to change bus because I don't think it knows what it wants to do. We should probably go down to a single decker. Well, this route technically is a single deck route, so we might take a B7 Volvo or something out. Right. No, these are all double deckers. What do they? Ah, here we go. The veilings. This is what I'm after. We'll take a veiling out. I'll take a B7 out. Used to drive these a lot back in the day. Yep, the Eclipses as well. I don't know, do these have new repaints or old repaints? I got the new ones. Wasn't sure if I'd repainted these ones or not. Takes a long time to repaint all these bloody buses. Especially when it's just myself. You just got an advert. Yeah. It's generally what my phone will do later now. It'll start throwing me loads of videos of FIFA because we've been talking about it. It's amazing how Google's listening to us always, eh? Come on, load in. Hey, Steak. Whoa, good evening. My repaint. Right, let's just make sure the Hoff is right first. Yes, the Hoff is good. Right, so now we just need to change the repaint. There we go. So this is a B7. This is the E5 Eco Life version. Single door. This is the bus that's actually for this route. Well, one of the buses. I'll get inside. I don't have the branding patch. Bugger. I have to re-add the branding patch. Alright, that's fine. Let's turn it on. Okay, while we're here as well, we will get the schedule going. So we're going to be line 17, Sunday number 1, 1918.
The next
Still in time.
stop is Charter Road Estate.
Yes, Charter Road Estate. Get this up. So we're going to be 17 going to Ashbury Market, Ashbury Campus, Evesham, Ashbury Market. Terminus? Is there any other ones? Ah, Ashbury Market stand 3. This is the one we want. That way. Okay, so the ticket is still loading in. Taking a bit of time. Okay, so driver log on. We're going to throw the card on. And then the pin is here, 3922. No, completely did that wrong. Okay, we know that we're going to be doing this route, 806, accept. Okay, so there you go. Let's get the ticket information sorted. Let's get our seat sorted. think we're in a good spot. Off outside working, Ashbury Market by Ingleborough. Probably one of my favourite UK maps that we have. Oh shit, what did I hit? Right, turn the hazards off. Because it's a Sunday, we don't have many routes left on this map. So, probably only get this run in. How do you paint the buses? You have to get all the templates and stuff out. I use paint.net. It's not an easy process. It takes time. Something that you got to kind of learn a bit. But I had to learn it because I decided to set up a damn company and people wanted repaints. So this is what I've come up with. If any of you have ever been to Northern Ireland, the Transdev, this is what basically theirs, but they have theirs in like white and blue. And may have got some inspiration from there. I change them every now and again, to be honest with you. It's like on Tuesday, I have a new repaint now for the Virtual Airlines. You'll see that on Tuesday. Alright. What time have we finished it? Okay, we're not starting to 1918, so we'll fast forward our time. There more people? There is, but they're not getting on this bus, apparently. Fine by me. Yeah, normally this has the Volvo badge on, but unfortunately, I haven't put the pack on. I forgot. Alright, I think we're good to go anyways.
The next stop is Murrayfield Lane.
I do think if any of you get Omsi, this is definitely one of the payware maps you definitely need to get.
The next stop is Broadway Pub.
But yeah, there are route markers, but I'm using the moving map. Oh no, speed limit. Okay, don't want to get flashed there. So basically I have a map on the other screen so I can see where I'm going. But you can put route markers on as well. So if you can put these route markers on, which if we go on the outside, you'll see them now. And as we drive round, you'll see all these markers. Like, so you'd follow whichever line you're doing, 17, you'd follow. But I have a map on the other screen. Here you go. So this is where I know where I'm going. If you have the bus company add-on, you get the moving maps with it. So if you play Omsi just in single player Omsi without the company, you'd only have the route markers unless you buy. You can buy the moving map as a separate ad.
The next stop is Parade Avenue.
Teeth for teeth. Is this map an improvement over the base map? So what, the original, which was obviously Yorkshire Counties, well, he has Yorkshire Counties 2. Yorkshire Counties 2 is a very good map on its own still as well, I think. But this one's a lot better, a lot more detailed. But I actually like Yorkshire Counties 2 as well. There's some really good runs on that, and that's an old freeware map. But this is definitely, I think this is definitely worth it. And it's currently on sale as well on Steam, so if you haven't got Yorkshire Counties 3, it's definitely a good time to pick it up. And anyone watching who has Bus Company Simulator and wants to join the company, you can be any level to join us. We don't have any strict restrictions.
The next stop is West Parade.
But this is where the tram goes up and down. This is why you get those messed up Hoffs with some of these buses. There's the tram Hoff. We might see the tram, you never know. I don't miss driving the buses, you know. Turn some lights on for the people, make them comfortable. All the, you know, all the late nights, finishing at 2 in the morning, the long distances, working every weekend. Like now you see with the trucks, I get paid more money per day. I don't have to drive weekends. I'm at home by 6 o'clock in the evening most evenings. Where the buses, if I was still with the buses, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube anymore.
The next stop
Because
is Seafront Arcades.
1 week you'd be on early, so it's like, you know, 4 in the morning starts. So I'd be too tired to stream. Then the next week you'd be on middles, which is basically 9 till 9, so can't stream. And then the week after that you're on late, which is usually 3 till 1. Obviously I started YouTube after my car crash where I was off sick, where I was on sick leave. But now that I've gone back to work, it's okay because of what I'm doing. And my boss is also my next door neighbor. His truck company's next door here. So, hey Sean, good evening. Can you use controller to play? No, you can still use keyboard and mouse. But I recommended just any cheap wheel. I'm using the G920. I mean, you can pick these up now for like 100 quid on second hand. I bought this one second hand years ago. Before then I had the Thrustmaster TMX. That wasn't too bad.
Town Centre.
This is a group call, all mobiles. We've got a missing child report. The child is 10 years old, blonde, as last seen wearing blue shorts and a red t-shirt. He's missing from Introductory seafront and he's fascinated with buses, so he may have boarded any. If anybody has seen this child, please can you give us a call, either the garage or myself, on a one-to-one. So just to confirm, a 10-year-old child is missing on Introductory seafront. It's blonde hairs, last wearing blue shorts with a red t-shirt, and he is fascinated with buses, so he may have boarded your vehicle. Please can you all keep an eye out for it and give us a call on one-to-one. Hey, thanks. Buddy set up.
Right. So yeah, so would deleting the Hoff break the destination for the tram? No, because the map also has a Hoff pack. But for some reason, it's just the way that this map downloads. It puts Hoffs into all the bus files because the tram needs a Hoff. And to be honest with you, if the tram doesn't have a destination, I could not give a shit. Like, some people get really mad, like, even with the buses, sometimes the Hoff doesn't always show on the front if you make a mistake, but the people can still get on.
Crossing.
Some people will cancel routes for that, and that hurts the company because, oh, it's not perfect. Just drive the route. Who cares if the bus doesn't show? In real life, the amount of buses I've got on that the destination screens are broken and we have to use a marker and a piece of paper and put something on the front, you know, they barely ever bloody work. And when they break, they never get fixed. Ben, good evening. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh. You can have ticket selling on as well. I don't know why mine's off. It used to be on.
The next stop is Ingleborough Shops.
Yeah, so basically it was something that this map brought in. It's the first map that gave these kind of announcements. There is another one, I think, not just the missing child, there is route diversions as well. It's just to add a bit of extra, because as bus drivers we have something called AVL, where basically they can talk to us while we're driving the buses. And if you have any, like, you know, timetable issues or something's happened, or, you know, they need to reroute us, they'll tell us. It's just to give the bus nuts something else, really.
The next stop is Leisure Centre Crossing.
Beep, 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 beep. Might see the tram down there. Oh.
The next stop is Mayo Road.
Fucking lorry drivers. Lift. Not heard of it. To the game, is it? I have about 10 games to show you guys. I've got the new My CAF Manager. I've got Train Sim World 6, but that's embargoed to the end of the week. We got E-Construction Simulator, which is what I might stream tomorrow night, because I don't think I'm going to have time for a video of that. Obviously, we've got the Banker game that I've been playing. You got videos of that for the next few days. We got... There's 3 other keys given to me. Oh, there's a new Global Shipping Manager game that's coming out on Tuesday. There's a video on that, I think. Okay, the game's getting a bit dark, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my high beams on to make the screen a bit better for the stream. But obviously, shouldn't be driving around with high beams on. Sort of handyman. That's an interesting lift. Okay, hang on. I'll write it down. I've not heard of it, so I'll write it down. Is it just lift? We'll give it a go. Vacation Cat Simulator looks promising. From what I've seen, that does look promising. It was supposed to come out a month ago, though, and it's been delayed. Now, I don't mind games being delayed as long as the work's going into it, but it does look good. But yeah, I have the new Minecraft Simulator from... My problem is I never know which games to stream and which games to do videos on, because my streaming's not as strong as my video views. And it might be because I stream games like this. Probably does not help. I'll go through them at the end of the stream what I've got, because I can't remember all of them. There's a few more there as well. The Global Shipping Manager game I was quite excited for, but I feel like it's more nearly a mobile game, like a click pointer game. But the dev wants me to show it off, so I said I would. Town and City game I was playing, I love that game. My views suck with that game. But look, then you see you got all these like city town planner people that are playing them, and they know how to make great cities, and they're very good at this arty farty stuff. Like, I can't design shit to save my life. Hey, Will Green. Hey, you rated. Thank you, much appreciated. I mean, we can stream it one night in the week if you guys want. See how far we can go with it, but yeah. Unfortunately, people don't like watching me build things. I got so many city builder games that were sent to me in the last few months, and I just haven't played them because I know people... I know it's because I don't design these great monuments of craziness. At the end of the stream, I'll go through some of the games that we have, and we'll see what interests you guys the most and what you might want to see streamed. I'm going to be away for the first week of October as well.
The next stop is Old Depot Road.
It'll be the second week of October. I can't remember off the top of my head. Ah, the bookshop game. Yeah, I haven't made the other video on that yet. We could stream that. Possibility. Hey, Dave. Do you use steering wheel forms it? Yep, I'm using the G920.
The next stop is Ferndale Parkway. Hey, Will. How's it going? Yeah, you definitely need a cheap wheel of any sorts. Like I said, there's plenty out there, even if it's secondhand, whatever you can get. Makes the experience a lot better if you're going to play any of these, even like Euro Truck Simulator or ATS or any of those games. Just to have a cheap wheel just makes the game just a little better. Oh, good, mate. It's good to hear. My bus is revving all weird. The fuel prices 114. Bloody hell. I can't remember what our fuel prices are. It's like 180, €1.80 I think a litre diesel at the moment.
The next stop is Greg House Lane.
Yeah, that's it. I think I got mine on like Facebook Marketplace years ago. Like I said, I used to have the TMX, and then something happened to it, and then just so I had something. I got a G920 now. I got it second hand. I think I paid like 120 euros or something for it. Yep, same one from Fernbus. Basically, you can use on this. Yeah. Yeah, I like Fernbus, but it doesn't have enough career mode. I prefer Tourist Bus Simulator. Tourist Bus Simulator I love. I think it's probably one of the better bus games out there. Now the bus people, to be fair, they sent me the new DLC for Hamburg, and I still haven't looked at it. So maybe we should stream that one day next week. Have a look at the new bus DLC Hamburg. I'm massively behind on showcasing it. I had it early access as well, but it was when I was building my new PC, so I just didn't have everything downloaded and ready for it. Did you see 28 years later? Finally saw it the other New Year, the new Final Destination on Thursday. Yeah, I've seen like Final Destination like 1 and 2, and then I don't think I've seen any other since. I'm not a massive horror lover when it comes to movies, but this is why the Route 17 has to have a single decker. The double decker does fit through if you drive in the middle, but City Bus Manager, I like it. It's a bit of fun for a while, but it kind of gets a bit boring very fast, I find. I know you can expand out and all this kind of stuff, but I find once you start just earning loads of money, for me, it just gets a little bit boring after a while. But it's a good game. I put some hours into it. But when I cover those kind of things, you know, it's weird now. My channel's changed so much. It used to be about the planes, the trains, and the buses. That's all it ever used to be about. With the odd simulation game. But now it's completely gone the other way. Like, I can't get views on any of this stuff. Like, I enjoy these kind of games, all this simulation stuff. I love all this. I mean, look, I was a bus driver for years, truck driver now. Currently, I'm a pilot, so I love flying. But the channel doesn't seem to respond to them like they used to. But if I play any simulation game, usually really crap ones that the devs drop after 3 or 4 weeks, they're the ones that get me the views. It's so weird. I was hoping that maybe by doing this, a couple of the drivers for the company would come back and do a few runs.
The next stop is Ferndale Metal Works.
Yeah, I like City Bus Manager. I see that they got a new game coming out soon where it's basically the same as City Bus Manager, but with ambulance fire crews and stuff. Bit worried that they haven't changed enough the game from basically they just put new layers onto the City Bus Manager. We'll see. Aerosoft are pretty good to the channel. They generally give us early access to stuff, so when it does come closer to release, maybe we'll have a look. So maybe next weekend we'll have a look at the new Hamburg DLC for the bus. Like I said, they gave me that key a week before it came out, but I just never had a chance to play it. Flight Sim is a funny one. Me personally, I prefer X-Plane 12. I think it's the better physics-wise flying game, but Microsoft Flight Simulator visually is very appealing, but the physics aren't amazing. But I mean, You know, on Tuesday we're going to be streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, by the way, because I haven't streamed much of that. The game apparently has improved. We played a lot of it at launch, but the game was terrible. So we're going to do that on Tuesday.
The next stop is...
Yeah, I mean, look,
EVGA.
probably for getting out of the box with less add-ons, because the amount of planes and stuff you get, Microsoft Flight Simulator is probably better for the casual flyer, or... But I think someone that's generally, like, really into it and stuff, I think X-Plane is a better option, but you need a lot more add-ons to make the game look nice, get some good planes, and fortunately it all costs money. So Microsoft Flight Simulator probably is the best. But which one, 2020 or 2024? That's the bigger question, because 2020 was working really well, looking really good. They brought out 2024 and it's been a disaster. But apparently it has got better, so we're going to see it for ourselves on Tuesday. We're going to give it a go on Tuesday. We're going to do Flight from Somewhere, have a
The
look.
next stop is Ashbury Drive.
Very polite gentleman then, waiting for the lady to get off the bus first.
The next stop is Ashbury Riverside. The next stop is Ashbury Campus.
Taking it easy because we are... You never want to be more than 3 minutes ahead of schedule or 3 minutes behind schedule for the best ratings. And we're creeping up on the 2.5 minutes early at the moment. Oh. Get some screenshots for Discord. As you can see down here at the bottom, the time's going down. We really don't want to be more than 2-3 minutes ahead, really.
The next stop is University Way. The next stop is Ashbury Road. The next stop is Suffolk Avenue.
Pretty awkward junction down it. Had a Tom Clancy playing game. The voice commands. Which one was that? You could say radar, the radar would pop up on the screen. I couldn't pick out Max. Yeah, it sounds about right. Orcs. I don't remember it now myself.
The next stop is Roswell Drive.
This is very cool. Eyeballs property cool, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who's seen a black bag, please can you check your buses when you get down there and check for a black bag. Women in her 30s left it on there. So if anybody has that bag on board their vehicle, please can you give me a call? Many thanks. Place it up.
Funny how he says base out there, never say anything like that. They'll just say goodbye. Sounds quite funny. This kind of crap does my head in later nights when you get traffic lights and you can see there's nothing and there's gonna be nothing. Then you have to wait fucking 5 minutes. Go, go, go.
The next stop is Corporation Junction. The next stop is University Common.
There you go, that's the next English map that's supposed to come out. Akala. Now that was due to be released a long time ago. I have to find out if they're still doing it or not. Quick, quick, quick. Point of no return. But yeah, there seems to be loads of people getting in. Have you ever did a route? And people get on the bus in Omsi too. Was it real life? Yep, so some of the maps. So there was a map called Gainsborough, which is now Lincolnshire. They kind of joint. There's some runs on that during the day. You might get one person on a whole run. So they've tried to make the timetable in certain areas realistic. Obviously, we're in the middle of a busy town here, so it's going to be busy. But there are some country runs and some of the other maps and stuff that, yeah, it's you could drive around and get nobody. But then if you go during, like, say, peak times, you will get people and it'll be really busy.
The next stop is Ashbury Bridge.
Yeah, even in real life, I mean, sometimes you might start at 4 in the morning and you'll do nobody for the first part of your run. It just depends. It really does depend. Okay, got one more stop. Ashby Market. Bit tight here with the old Bobby cars here.
The next stop is Ashbury Market.
There we go. We made it. So we use a different vehicle, so I'm going to only get a third of the points, which is a shame. Thought my driving was awful apparently, but hey ho. So this is money earned. Look. So because of my experience bonus, I get an extra 605. I have to give 541 to the company, 122 taken out of taxes. So I only ended up with 487. Ooh, only really long ones left. Right, we're gonna call that it for tonight then. They've added some new music to Bus Company Simulator, obviously. No, so basically most bus routes are subsidized by governments these days. So what it is, bus companies will get paid no matter what. If there's so how it generally works in real life is a bus company is subsidized the routes. They'll be told you have to run this many buses per day on this route. They'll be giving a set amount from the government, so that will cover the bus maintenance, fuel, and driver wages, and obviously some profit to the company. And then generally what happens then is any money made on that route goes back to the government. So if it makes money or not, it doesn't matter to bus companies. Yeah. Well, only if you're doing the company stuff. So like, this is my own personal finances. But because first time I've driven that on the company, I have to pay bills. They'll be paid. And then if you go into, say, like the company mode, we can add more maps once our company rating goes up. We need this over 68%. As you can see at the moment, there's a lot of... The activity is very low at the moment. Not much you can do about it. People resetting their careers, doing other bits and pieces, new employees, it's fine. So look, we only have 25 people working now. There's a few people here that haven't driven in a while. 2022, but it looks like they might have just rejoined, so we might let them off a while. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. I can see all their stats and all those other bits and pieces. We've got 3 bills here to pay. New bus. Repaired door. All those kind of things. But yeah. So why is our bus routes cheapish and Dublin bus is still shambles? So it depends. Some in Ireland here, a lot of the routes are now subsidised by the NTA, and some of them are still not. So Bus Éireann owns some of their routes, not many anymore. Most of them are subsidised by the NTA. So it just depends, and it does depend on numbers. So they might set a route, but they might just tell them you only need this many buses on there, or this many times per hour per day, and that's all they have to do to comply. Now you see, if the buses are government funded and say the company misruns for some reason, the company then gets fined. So generally they're normally pretty good on it these days. Yeah, so we have other players that play for us. You can basically just join the company. So if we go into here, you can see that there's other people that drive. I can see all their stats. B-Dot's been driving a lot again recently. Amy's come back. A few people here, they're on zeros, that this isn't good, but a lot of these might have just come back to the company because we did get rid of a load. There you go, I did 4,000. That was basically tonight's stream. No, that wasn't me. I'm down here. I don't play as much as half the other people. Then we can add more maps and stuff like that, but you need company ratings. It's all about your ratings. And your ratings are based on activities, passenger satisfaction, punctuality, shift failures. So when cancelled tours, they hurt. But the main thing is activity. You just need people to be driving. That's just what you need. And that can be fixed pretty quickly. If you leave the company here, basically you can apply at a new company. And you're going to see all the companies here. Pretty good. A lot of these are left-handed maps, even though they only speak English. We're here. Let's simply connect is here. You can see all our things. Our wage levy is pretty high. That probably does not help. We probably should turn that down a bit now. There's loads of companies for loads of different things. Whatever you want it to be. But just seeing those stats there, we're quite expensive. That's probably why nobody wants to drive for us. So I'm going to just change those stats very quickly. We were less than this. Now I had the repair share up high because people were destroying buses. And we've got a few people that are blocked. That's their own doing. But there we go. So look, hopefully you guys all have a good day. Oh, you want to see some of the games that we might do? Have a quick little look at. Okay, so this is the new My CAF Manager Simulator. I think I have a few days early access to this. Coming out very, very soon. But I have it early access from Playaway. I have no idea if it's going to be any good. So we could stream this, or I could do this into videos. Maybe let me know. Banker we're doing. This is the Global Magnates. I can't show you that till Tuesday. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. It was alright. But it feels like nearly it's a mobile game, but let's not worry about that. We've got this new Medieval Crafter, but they accidentally locked it, so I can't actually see if it's any good yet. We got Deconstruction Simulator to play. That's why I was going to stream tomorrow. That was one of my plans. Didn't have to do any more in this electronic supermarket or not. We had this Fated Diem as well. I was going to have a look at. Not had a chance yet. Pretty sure there were some other ones that were sent to me. I can't remember now off the top of my head. There's a few there that I wanted to have a look at anyways. Righty. Have a good day tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow night. It will probably be Deconstruction Simulator at the moment, but it could be subject to change. I might try that CAF game, see if it's any good. Instead of doing it by video, maybe we'll do it as a stream. Yeah, well, I'll have to think about it. There might be a poll up later tonight / tomorrow, so have a look. Thank you for everyone that's been here, and have a good day tomorrow.